What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Double M Motorsports. On today's episode, we go pick up something very exciting. Stick around and enjoy the episode. I'll give you a little backstory on everything that's been going on this off season. I want to say, first of all, a special thank you to James Heinrich and his dad, Danny. These two have been trying to get me an engine ever since my 602 crate blew. They were originally going to, and they've still got them getting built up at Eagle Machine. Some motors getting built that he offered up, but those are going to be an extended period of time before they're ready. Season's starting here in a couple weeks, and they're at least another month and a half, maybe even two, before they're finished getting built. So Danny wound up finding us a motor on Facebook. It's not a built motor. It's something that we're gonna have to build, but it's kind of changed up the game plan for us. We were initially just gonna wait around, get the motor, and I was going to give them some money for that motor, even though, you know, James never even asked for money. It was more of a kindness of his own heart, wanting to help us out ever since the 602 blew. And you just don't find people that offer that kind of stuff. And while it's great to have that offered, it's also it's very humbling when somebody offers to do something like that for you. Especially when it's a fellow racer. So I've got nothing but love and respect for the Heinrich family and just a high-class caliber of people to even offer to do something like that. But I'm even more excited now to, you know, Danny found us a really, really good deal on a motor that had been machined, had all the paperwork with it. And so I'm really excited to get to do this myself now. It's very humbling when something like that happens to you. When somebody wants to help you out like that, especially as a fellow racer. And but I didn't want to have that feeling of I could have done more and I could have tried harder to get my own engine, and feel bad for not being able to afford my own stuff. So with this one that Danny found us, our plans have changed. I got the block for a really good price. It came with everything: crankshaft, pistons, rods, oil pan, camshaft. It came with everything, even though it's all disassembled, and I'm not gonna run any of that internal stuff. So the plan is, me and the wife talked about selling some jet skis that we'd had for the kids forever, that, you know, we no longer use very much anymore. And that was going to be the money that I gave to the Heinriches to pay them back, or at least help pay for that other motor that they were having built, or were going to have built. But we're going to put that money into building this motor that Danny had found us now. So without further ado, I'll flip you around and show you what we got. Okay, here she is, and I'm going to try to get this out. It's getting cloudy, but I'm going to try to get this out of here by myself before this rain comes in. What I'm most excited about, I'm just as excited this thing, the guy gave me the engine stand with it, the engine cradle. I'm just as excited about that as I am for the motor, because I've been wanting to get one of these for a while now. So now I've got my own engine stand. but this is a 350 bored out 30 over. He had this done, back in 2020 was whenever all this was done. There's the heads down there. I've got them wrapped up, freshly machined. I can't use those. Those are double hump heads, and my class does not allow us to use those. So all of the internals right now are currently up on Facebook Marketplace for anybody interested. Just under Michael McCulley, that's my Facebook profile. I didn't put them under the Motorsports side. So I'm trying to trade the heads for a set of 882s that are in good shape. You know, these heads are fresh redone. I just unwrapped one to take the picture of it. And then I've also got another posting with the all the pistons. It's got the pistons, the crank, the camshaft, oil pan, oil pump, double timing chain. All that stuff's on a separate post, trying to get a little bit of money for that, just to help us get this started. So with that being said, let's get to work getting this stuff out of the truck. All right, so everything's out. Got the engine in here. Everything looks great on that. It has been sitting for 5 years, so of course before we rebuild it, we'll get back in there and put some oil and hone the cylinders. Get the cross hatching good in there, but everything else on there looks great. Put all the other parts over there. It's starting to become a boneyard around here. I've got these 305 heads that I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna get that intake back to Michael. And back here in the back's the graveyard. There's the 305. There's the 355. And I don't know if I said or not, that's what this block is here. It's a 355, so it's bored 30 over. I left the heads in the truck. I've got several people interested in trading me the heads for a set of heads that I can use. Gosh, I've also got this block over here now that I was going to get machined, and the heads, the same kind of heads that I want to use, but those are bare bones. They need machined and valves and springs and all that stuff put in them. So also want to say a very special thank you to McCulley Insurance. He forked over some money to get us the rest of the money we needed for this. So thank you, Dad. We got her in the shop officially. All right, so with all that, that is the new motor. The plans are going to be to, like I said, we're selling the jet skis. I've got the parts I don't need off of this for sale on Facebook Marketplace, or trade for parts that I do need for the motor. And my plan is to get a balanced rotating assembly from Eagle. We will drop that in there, get the heads, you know, if they need probably fresh springs and maybe a valve job. I'll have them looked at, whatever I end up going with head-wise. Get those done, order the oil pan, you know, timing chain cover. I mean, all the accessories that go on the motor. I've got the intake manifold from the old 355 that I can clean up and put on there. We've got the carburetor, we've got the, you know, distributor, we've got stuff like that. So just getting all the internals and getting this thing ready to go. Probably throw a new oil pump in it, new fuel pump. And we'll be ready to rock. So my goal is hopefully going to be to have this thing ready to rock and roll by the 1st of April, so we can get out there and start running next month. Today is March the 3rd, so I would like to have this thing built within the next month and in the car and running and ready to go. So lots of exciting stuff coming up. I'll keep you guys informed. Appreciate you watching. If you made it this far, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.
Now turn up.